Hi guys, Master Indigo here and welcome to Payday 2 console update video. So finally, after I believe 8 months, a new update for Payday 2 console version has been added to the game. This doesn't include the Nintendo Switch version, that's entirely different ground. So this concerns the Xbox One version and PS4 version. At least PS4 has received the update. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not sure about the Xbox One version. I don't have the console version of Payday 2, only the PC version. But let's check out what this console update has added. So first off, you have the new loading screens and Team AI back carry rework. Loading screens are nothing special. I mean, they look cool, but that's pretty much it. Team AI back carry rework, bots being able to carry back is cool. Did you have that before, or is this just bug fixes? I'm not sure. Anyways, 3 new heists have been added. Alaskan Deal, Cursed Kill Room, and Safe House Nightmare. 2 of those are kind of recycled, and only Alaskan Deal I would consider a real heist, so it's kind of disappointing that you guys on consoles are still missing tons of content. So what is not included in this update is you don't have Reservoir Dogs heist, you don't have the Diamond heist, you don't have the new Safe House still. I'm not sure if that's ever coming. You don't have Story Mode. You don't have World War II weapon back, you don't have H3 character back, and you don't have Henry's Rock, the Spring Break 2018 heist. So, and obviously Go Bank is still something you're missing, and I don't think Go Bank is ever coming to consoles because it's the property of Valve software from CS:GO, originally the map. But that's the content that hasn't been added. There's still more content that has been added, so let's go through it. You now have access to the Duke character and his perk deck Stoic. This allows you to have more build freedom, and Stoic has been quite fun to play around with, and there's some quite strong builds for this character perk deck. We also have the Proto Scream 12G shotguns, Cross-Skill God Akimbos and basic version, and Compact 40 grenade launcher. Brother Scream, Akimbos, and normal versions, so a little bit more weaponry for you to choose from, as well as 2 new weapons on the melee category, the leather sap and the pen. You also have the Matryoshka throwable, which is basically just a remodel of the basic grenade, so nothing special. I will still use flashbangs or fire throwables. So now we have to go through the masks that have been added. There's Infamous Normal, Infamous Duke Begins, Infamous Duke, Normal Retro Chains, Normal Retro Dallas, Normal Retro Houston, Normal Retro Wolf, Event Envy, Event Gluttony, Event Greed, Event Lust, Event Bright, Event Froth, Event Mega Clover, Event Mega Sydney, Infamous Mega Rust, Normal Payback, Normal Golden Dallas, and Normal Golden Chains, and Infamous One Down. So some of these are actually on PC version, they work a little bit differently. You have to get a Steam code and activate them, kind of like a mini DLC, but seems like the Xbox version and PS4 version are gonna get these for free without having to worry about getting those codes and so on. PS4 version, if I believe correctly, didn't have a voice chat functionality before, but now they are testing out a new voice chat functionality, a hard word. Anyway, so I'm not sure how that will work, but report to me if you're playing the PS4 version, if it's working at all, if it's good or not, and so on. There's also some animation fixes, subtitle fixes, civilian model updates, typos, and so on. There's also some difficulty balances that have been on the PC version for a while. On Mayhem, enemies will now take 33% more headshot damage. G36 SWATs should do overkill damage instead of the Death Wish damage. And the maximum amount of enemies allowed on the map for the assault has been reduced, and levels should be less cluttered by the enemies, but I'm not sure how this will work out. Whenever this was added on PC, I felt like there was more enemies, not less. AI should be better at navigating the levels right now. And Death Wish difficulty, some changes. Whenever there's a bulldozer spawn, there's a chance that this guy will be the minigun bulldozer, and that's cool. Minigun bulldozers are quite dangerous, so be careful. And now you can have 1 more taser at the level at the same time. And one down, the hardest difficulty in the game, has been now renamed to Death Sentence, something the PC players have had for a few months. And whenever a bulldozer spawns, there's a chance it once again will be the minigun bulldozer or a medic bulldozer. A medic bulldozer will count as both medic and a bulldozer. And one additional taser and one additional bulldozer is allowed to the level on Death Sentence. And bulldozers on Death Sentence will have 100% more health than they have on Death Wish. Special enemies will no longer spawn alone, and they will have SWATs around them, accompanying them. The number of times player can go down is no longer reduced to 1. So basically 1 down is removed if you haven't been following the game. It's Death Sentence, and 1 down is now a different modifier you can choose. So you can play Overkill 1 down, Death Sentence 1 down, Normal 1 down. You get the idea. Enemy health is reduced on Death Sentence by 333%, so enemies have quite a bit less health, a little bit less bullet spongy enemies, which is kinda cool, always nice. Black bulldozers will now have the ISMA 12G shotguns as their weapons, as they should have, and the white bulldozers will now have a KSP light machine gun as a weapon. Cloakers will now drop a smoke bomb whenever they kick down a player, and due to that issue, Cloakers will use their normal model instead of the Seal Cloaker model. Just a few days ago, they actually added the Seal Cloaker model back to PC version of the game. We had him missing for a few months, but hopefully the console versions will get the Seal model back in future. As I said, the 1 down mechanic is now a different modifier you can choose in the settings whenever you are buying a contract, and it will show up in the CrimeNet map with a different red icon. You should be easily able to see it. And the skills have been a little bit redone, as you may have seen if you have been following the PC version. There's a new skill called Grace, which is super great for sniper rifles. You might want to check out different videos explaining the skills and the skill update from the PC version if you're not sure. It would take me quite a while to explain all of these skill changes. So specialized killing, aka silencer skills, have been removed from the game, and no longer you are able to deal more damage just by having silencers with your guns. But worry not, most of the weapons that were pretty much unusable without silencers, they have received some buffs, and they deal now more damage, about the same amount of damage they would have dealt before with specialized killing aced. So there's a big list of the weapon changes, the weapons that deal now more damage. I'm not gonna read through all that, because pretty much every weapon, not all, but pretty much every weapon now deals more damage than they did before, and enemies have less health, so overall it should be a little bit easier for you guys to deal with those hard enemies, especially on the hardest difficulty, now known as Death Sentence. Anyways, it's great that Overkill is still updating consoles, but it took 8 months to update this, and it still doesn't include nearly everything that the PC version have. You're still missing tons of content, some DLCs, some maps, heists, and I hope that Overkill would update them and it wouldn't take 8 months again to fix them. Anyways, if you guys are playing on the PC, or sorry, the PS4 or Xbox One version, report back to me and how the update works, if the voice chat function works at all, because that is something I believe wasn't in the game before, which is kind of weird. Anyways, so the voice chat should have some issues, at least according to the changed logs. So even though we have found some issues, we decided to release this as a feature. It is optional to use, and if the issues are game breaking, we plan to fix what we can later. Also listening to the players' feedback. The issues currently are: the game voice chat may have some issues when players join and leave and rejoin lobbies, leading to some players losing voice chat connection to other players. There's also a setting in the voice chat that cannot be changed while in the lobby, even if the UI allows it. Finally, the game voice chat is intentionally disabled while the loading levels happens. Anyways, that's basically all for the console updates. Report back to me if you want to. Anyways, I hope you console guys are enjoying the new update, the new heists. And hopefully Overkill will add all the content that is not on the console versions as soon as possible. Anyways, that's all for this video. I hope you guys are all having a good day. I'll see you next time, whenever that is. Master Indigo, signing out.